What's going on, guys? We are back. We apologize for the gap in entertainment. We had some personal and professional obligations that we had to attend to beforehand. But yeah.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
Bringing you another episode of the Two Goals, One Cup.
You right?
Got other things on my mind, apparently.
Leave it.
I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah, it feels good to be back, man. I missed doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is, it's really cool that it's very, like, if you're outside of Germany, finding another Bayern Munich fan is, like, impossible.
True.
And so, like, when you and I worked in the same building, like, that was wild. That was wild.
Did we just become best friends?
Yup. But yeah, man. So we're not gonna talk about the games that we missed. I feel like that would be a little long of an episode.
Yeah, I mean, Werder Bremen, we sucked.
Yeah.
1-0 loss. That's all we really have to say. Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
I think right now Bayern's injury list is borderline crisis.
Yeah. It has to be categorized as that, especially after today's game.
Yeah.
Kingsley Coman getting is an MCL tear.
I guess it's got to be.
It is. I saw it before I walked in here. Yeah, MCL tear, and that is
season ending.
He probably won't even come back until he's gonna miss a couple games in the first half of the next season.
Yeah, I think depending on sports medicine's come a long way, right? So
yeah, but Kingsley Coman was always injured.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, he's someone put in our Discord server. Because you remember Kingsley Coman did that interview where he was like, if I get one more ankle injury, I'm going to retire.
Damn.
And he said that after he pogoed. This is what the person in the Discord said, that he pogoed. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Where he was running down the sideline and his foot clipped and he just boop. And, it's a funny looking injury, but obviously a serious one. So, and Coman is a loyal Bayern player.
Oh yeah.
And what I like about him is Bayern has put trust in him. We've stuck by him through his multiple injuries.
Right.
And he has repaid us, never complains, Champions League winner, Champions League only goal scorer.
Yeah.
With a header.
Well, we have a history of sticking by players that are injured. You remember how long we stuck with Badstuber?
That was good. Look at Lucas Hernandez. He just did us dirty on the back end.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, thanks for all your support, but I'm going to go do a new challenge.
Yeah, new challenge.
Hold on, man. Your challenge should be recovering, first of all.
Staying healthy.
And staying healthy.
It's not a new challenge. He just wants more money.
Exactly. And whatever. It's not a big deal. Obviously, we brought in Kim, who is better than Hernandez. It seems like every time we stick by a player and they end up leaving, we end up replacing them with someone better.
Yeah. And as a Bayern fan, you know how it is. We don't usually splash a lot of money, right? And so the best players usually cost a lot of money. And so there's always that fear that we're not going to get somebody that's really good, but then we always end up getting somebody that's amazing. Yeah, and that fits perfectly.
Bayern's been linked with, what's his face on Barcelona?
Oh, the Araujo? Yeah, Araujo.
Yeah. 100 million? Yeah, fuck that. That is nowhere near. Yeah. Maybe 50.
Yeah.
Maybe. And that's pushing it.
Yeah.
Because we don't... I mean, I think Thomas Tuchel's trying to run a back three next year.
If he's here.
I think he will be.
I don't...
You can't.
What?
What are you going to do? Who are you going to hire?
I don't know.
Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right?
Yeah, let's talk about...
Klopp. Jurgen Klopp.
No, it's not happening.
Leaving Liverpool.
Yeah.
Does Alonso choose Bayern, stay at Leverkusen, or go to Liverpool?
See, this is tough, right? I don't know if he thinks that he's ready for England, for Liverpool. I'm like, yo, dude, you got it, right? But I could see him, being a little bit more cautious with it because he doesn't want to end up like Steven Gerrard. He doesn't want to end like Frank Lampard. The players that
just thrown into.
Yeah, and
that's a former player. He's going to be an awesome coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of crappy coaches, Wayne Rooney is not a good coach.
No, he's not. But hey, man,
gained a couple pounds too.
That's Rooney right there, man. No, but what for Xabi Alonso, I think he's a great tactician.
Sure.
I think that
he's turned that Leverkusen team around 180 from where they were last year.
I think he did it in only like 2 years total.
Yeah, I mean they picked up a lot of good players for cheap too. Like Grimaldo, I think they paid like $7 million for, and he's like probably the best left back in the league right now.
He's a baller. But I think for Xabi Alonso though, I don't know. If it was me, I would let Liverpool pick another manager because you're going after Jurgen Klopp, right?
Yeah.
I don't want that kind of pressure. You know what I'm saying? So he already has a good team.
So then, if you fire Thomas Tuchel, then who would we hire? Realistically,
I mean, realistically,
Jose Mourinho?
Hell no. You remember when we got linked with him that one time? Oh my god, I was like, please God, anybody but him.
Yeah, I will rescind my membership.
Yeah, and it's crazy though, because like, you know, you gotta win the dressing room, right? And every coach has their favorites, right? Every single coach has their favorites. Everywhere you go, there's people that have their favorites. But you can't. I feel like he's alienating players.
Who? Thomas Tuchel?
Yeah.
Like who?
I don't know. But I'm just saying,
I don't like that he doesn't play Thomas Muller.
Yeah, but no coach ever does that at first. They never do that at first. New coaches when they come in, unless you're Jupp Heynckes.
Yeah, but I mean, Thomas Muller is getting a little bit slower. I get he can't play every single game.
Yeah,
and like he's not as quick as he used to be. His legs aren't working as good as they used to.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was never beating people in a foot race.
True.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I don't know why he's not playing him.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of it because I think Thomas Muller and Harry Kane. Huh? Who do you sit?
Who do you sit for Muller?
Well, right now, because of Kingsley Coman's injury, Thomas Tuchel needs to do what he should have done from the very beginning, and that's play Musiala on the left wing, Sane on the right wing, and Muller in the middle.
Yeah, hopefully.
And Kingsley Coman, I love him, but he has like 3 goals, 3 assists in all competitions this year.
Yeah, but he's also been out a lot this year.
Yeah, I get it, but he's our least productive winger minus Gnabry, but Gnabry's been hurt too.
Yeah.
Right, so I think there's going to be a major overhaul this summer.
I hope so.
I think right now, Bayern Munich might sell Gnabry and Kimmich.
I hope they do sell Kimmich. Goretzka and what's your boy? Pavlovic? Yeah.
Pavlovic.
You know I'm gonna mess it up.
Scored today.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, but I like that. I like that a lot more than I like.
Scored 3 goals.
Kimmich in the midfield.
Every time it's Goretzka and Pavlovic playing together, we score 3 or more goals.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think to answer your question about who do we get, I don't see us getting Jurgen Klopp. No. I think he's gonna take a year at least before he goes. He's never going to coach in England again. Never. He might return to Germany. Because wasn't he on Bayern's staff like a long, long time ago?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm making that up. That could be a lie.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah. And I could see him going to Italy.
To where?
Roma. He likes those type of teams. Roma, the Napoli.
It's a step down, though.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't go higher than the Premier League. Anything. Now, the only step up for him would be the national team, but I think he likes that day to day.
I think he's going to go to the national team. I think he's going to wait. He's telling everyone that he's going to wait a year, but I think he's going to take the Germany job after the Euros.
Yeah.
If Nagelsmann does not do good,
I don't think he's going to do good. I'm not expecting.
And no, Klopp was never at Bayern. He was at Mainz, Dortmund, and Liverpool.
Oh, I'm thinking of that guy in our staff that looks like Jurgen Klopp. He has the glasses, the blonde hair. You know what I'm talking about? You see him on the bench sometimes. I see him on the bench sometimes. He's like one of the staff members, and I'm like, dude, is Jurgen Klopp like in disguise right now? Like, what's going on? Undercover? But no, I think I can see him doing the national team coach, but I also, on the other hand, I see him more of like he likes to be in the day-to-day nitty-gritty.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I don't think he can be in the nitty gritty at the Bayern national team. Most of it's traveling around and watching players.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's a dream job right there. But
yeah,
pay me, I'll do it.
Pay me to and they're paying for your tickets.
Every single thing we say in the chat in our Discord server is pretty spot on, I think, for the most part. And it's not, not only me. Everyone's takes are always, fairly average.
Yeah. I do like our Discord because everyone's like objective. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just like blind support.
Well, that's because we have no Real Madrid or Barcelona fans.
But no. So who do you think we get?
That's what I'm saying. There's not really anybody we can get. So why would you fire the coach?
But nobody that we can get that's a big name. I'm saying like
sure.
I don't care for a big name. I don't care at all.
The thing with Thomas Tuchel this season is that we got knocked out of the Pokal. Okay, but we got knocked out of the Pokal with Flick, with Hansi Flick, and Tuchel and Nagelsmann. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like we didn't do that. If we do end up losing the league this year, and it's because Leverkusen just had a phenomenal season, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to win on some bullshit like we did last year because Dortmund choked. And so far, Bayern on paper is having one of the best seasons they've ever had. It's just Leverkusen is keeping pace.
Yeah, and we're not used to that.
Is better for right now.
Especially not at this point in the year.
I mean, you're talking about a Bayern team that is on pace to score over 100 goals in a Bundesliga season. You know the last time we did that? I don't even know when the last time we did that was.
It was with Pep.
Probably, but that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dang, 10 years ago? 2013? Jesus. Oh, man, that hurt.
Right? So, how much of the current, crisis mood is on Thomas Tuchel? I don't really think it's that much. Yeah. I mean, we're playing and winning games with, makeshift back lines.
Yeah.
You got teenagers playing, which isn't a bad thing. Right, but they're not established players, so they they can easily have a bad game.
Yeah, true. I just I don't know. I do hope we have that overhaul. I do see and hope we sell Kimmich, Gnabry for sure. As much as I love him, Choupo-Moting.
Yeah, this is his last year.
He's got to go. I love him to death. Who else? Yeah, I mean, I want to keep Goretzka. I think we should sell Sarr finally. Get him off the books.
We've been trying to sell him.
Nobody wants him.
I think he's in his final year of his deal too.
Yeah.
And he's injured too, naturally. So
yeah, of course. But we need to bring in. What I don't like what I usually see in the transfer window for us in the summertime is that we'll focus on one area, right? We'll either focus on defense, midfield, or forward, and it fluctuates between. We need to focus on all.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think in the summer we need to get a young center back, and that's assuming De Ligt stays, because there's a lot of rumors about him leaving.
Yeah.
Which
that'd be a shame.
I don't think have any merit or are true.
Yeah.
Like he might not get along with Thomas Tuchel, but with Upa injured, he's going to play the next 3 weeks, and it's not like he's having a bad season either.
Yeah.
Like he's making some mistakes, right? But
you see, he took somebody on and won towards the opponent's goal today.
Did he?
Yeah, man. I was like, whoa, 1v1? Okay.
Step over.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a new Nicolas Sula. Suladinho.
Oh, yeah. Sula was a monster.
Yeah. There's always that picture of him next to Gavi.
Yeah.
Barcelona. It just makes me laugh. Little boy. But yeah, so I think maybe you bring in a young center back. If you sell Kimmich, I definitely think you need to bring in a
6.
Yeah, I think you need a 6, but I also think you need a center mid, just a straight center mid.
You know who I like? The Newcastle boy.
Yeah, he's on Bayern's list.
You know which one I'm talking about, though?
I don't know how to say his name.
But he's like Brazilian or something? Yeah. I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah. So I think, and then obviously we need a new winger.
Bruno or something like that. Yeah.
We need a new winger.
Yes.
A good winger.
We do need a good winger.
But
if we bring a good winger in, then we're going to run into the same issue with Musiala still being in the middle. We need him to be... He is our winger, so we need a good attacking mid.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Attacking mid is Florian Wirtz.
That would be...
Today, 130 mil?
Dude, that kid is... today, his... Oh, my goodness gracious.
A lot of Prem fans think that he wants to go to the Premier League, but he's a Bayern fan. His dad's a Bayern fan. They've been kind of dropping hints. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think the board will make a run at Florian Wirtz this summer.
You think we'll pay that much?
No, I don't think it's gonna be that much.
They're selling him to a direct rival. The market is inflated.
True, but you can force the move.
When is his contract over?
I think it's 2027.
I'm not waiting that long.
Yeah, I want to say. But I think the board will still make an effort, right? Because but they could accept an offer from another team, but he could be like, nah.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Yeah, true. Yeah, because they can accept it all they want.
Right.
But if the player doesn't want to go. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I could see us needing another winger. But I also think we need another forward too.
And it does not contain a release clause.
So they can just name the price.
Yeah, and the reported price I've seen is under $30 million.
Whew, heart just dropped. But yeah, I think we need another forward as well. I love Harry Kane, but he's getting older. He did just come from the Premier League, so he has a lot more rest. However, I don't want him playing every single game.
I do. I want him to break Lewandowski's record.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely want that to happen because Lewandowski gets under my skin.
Yeah.
But I think that as time goes on, because his contract is until 2027, I think too, and so I want to be able to give him breaks because he doesn't just play forward. Today he came all the way back. He was behind the half most of the time.
Well, Harry Kane's that all around player.
Mm-hmm. Well, he started out as a center mid.
You know, it's actually funny in the Football Manager mobile game. You can get on your phone.
Yeah.
So it's just like Football Manager, but it's on your phone. It says Harry Kane can play striker and a center attacking mid.
Hell yeah.
So, I'll tell you, a Harry Kane-Holland partnership does a lot.
Oh. Yeah.
No, but, and maybe, I mean, I don't think Harry Kane would be a bad center attacking mid, quite honestly.
I don't think so. He's smart.
His vision's great. He gets crazy passes.
Super smart.
I think that would work out too.
Yeah.
You know, so and that's like a rotation thing too.
So next year you think is going to be our big rebuild, and then would expectations be low for you for next year with the rebuild? And once Thomas Tuchel gets all the players he wants, I'm using air quotes.
No.
You think we'll go back in for Paulinho in the summer?
No.
No?
No. The reason is because I think the Bayern board does not appreciate him signing that contract.
With Fulham. The extension, yeah.
Yeah. I think that was kind of a slap in the face to them.
Yeah. Because
they're like, hey, sorry this didn't work out. We'll come get you in the winter.
Yeah.
And then he went and signed a new contract.
Yeah, I wonder why, though. I wonder if that was like I need to show the fans that I'm still focused.
Well, I think it's a guarantee for him, right?
Yeah.
It's a guarantee for him saying, hey, the move to Bayern didn't materialize. That upset me. I'm going to sign a new contract, get a huge wage increase. So that way, and if I don't go to Bayern, then I'm still set.
Mm.
I think that's what happened. So.
Do you think that, how do you feel about getting these Premier League players?
Well, other than Harry Kane.
Harry Kane and Eric,
generational talent.
Yeah, and Eric Dyer.
So
we were linked to Trippier.
I was actually impressed with the Bayern board for the Dyer deal.
Yeah,
and the reason is because it was free. There's zero upfront cost.
Yeah.
It's up to like $3.5 million in add-ons.
Yeah,
right.
If he makes a certain amount of.
There's a bunch of performance incentives and whatnot. I think they're in his contract. He also has if he plays like 5 or 10 games, I think it's an auto 1-year renewal, which he's going to do now, obviously. But I've been pretty impressed with him over the 2 games that he's played.
Yeah, he hasn't made any crazy mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, we gave up 2 goals today, but one was a PK and one was a header.
He likes to do the diagonal ball, though. I see that. Mm-hmm. He likes to do the diagonal ball from he'll be on the left side and he'll pass to Guerrero.
And what I'm saying is he's a good player for free.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
And those are the kind of deals I like.
Yeah.
And Bayern just confirmed Sasha Bowie this morning.
Yeah.
So we'll finally have a right back other than Mazraoui, who Tuchel seems to hate.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And then Stanisic will come back next year.
Yeah, and I hope, and I was thinking about that today when I was watching the Leverkusen game. I was like, man, he's getting, stuck into this system. I hope that he's not like. Well, we've loaned players to Bayer Leverkusen before, and they've come back.
No, I'm not really necessarily. Stanisic is one of those. He's kind of the same as Eric Dyer, right? Like, not flashy, not necessarily the best skill wise, but reliable, does his job.
Do you think Stanisic will start over? Who's the new one we just got today? Bowie.
No.
So then, would Stanisic be our? Because you mentioned in the transfer window we need to get a young center back. Is Stanisic our young center back?
No, I don't think Stanisic has the build to play center back.
Okay.
But what I think what he is a right back or left back cover, which I think we need.
So then, the question is then if we keep Limer, if we keep Masraoui, and we have. What's his name again? Bowie.
It's 4 letters. Boey.
I can't.
I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Is it Bowie? Bowie?
Bowie.
Yeah, he's French.
He's French. Yeah. But so if we have those 3 for right back, right? And for left back,
Limer is not a right back. Let's just call it what it is. He is awful.
Tuchel loves him, even when Mal was not injured or away or anything.
Maybe just because he doesn't like Masraoui. It has nothing to do with Limer being a good right back.
I don't know, man. I don't know what it is.
There's nothing more frustrating than Conrad Limer playing right back.
It's nothing more frustrating than him playing center mid either.
True.
I don't like. He's just a frustrating player to watch.
He's a
stay on that player no matter what.
Yes.
Type of player.
And he has an engine. That dude just keeps running and running and running.
You can. Yeah.
But like, if he gets the ball anywhere near the byline, it's going to be a horrible cross. Yeah. Like you just know it's coming. He'll take an extra touch. Mm-hmm. He'll hit it right at the goalie. He'll try to cut it back, but it'll be in the air and 16 feet over everybody. It's just, he's not a right back. He's not a wing back. More important, he's not a wing back.
Yeah, he's not a wing back.
He's just his passing is awful.
So
he is a good player to put in like the 60th minute
to re-energize the team. So do you think? Okay, so what do you think about Davies? You think we're gonna lose Davies?
Yes.
When? This summer? Next summer?
This summer.
Real Madrid. I mean, as much as I am a Bayern Munich fan, I understand the allure of Real Madrid. It's freaking Real Madrid.
Yeah, I mean,
Barcelona.
My frustration is like, how much money is Davies asking for?
I don't think it's gonna be about money though. He's won everything that he can.
Yeah.
Did he win the Pokal?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won the Pokal. He's won everything that he can at Bayern Munich, and he's young. Yeah. So, of course, he's going to want more challenges. If I was him, I wouldn't go to Real Madrid right now.
I think he'll go to Real Madrid if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Can they afford... I mean, of course, Real Madrid. I was going to say, can they afford...
They just published a Doolittle ratings. I think Real Madrid made the most money this year.
They did.
On top of that, there's a salary cap in La Liga, but Real Madrid's not even close to it. You know, I don't think they're going to pay Mbappe $75 million a year or whatever he's asking for, plus a $125 million sign-on bonus. That's what's being reported. That's crazy, right?
I mean, how bad do they want him? Or if he says no, then they go for Haaland. But I think Haaland would be better suited for Barcelona.
I don't think he'll ever go to Barcelona. Can't even afford.
Oh no, yeah. Financials aside, I just think that he would. Barcelona can't even afford Gnabry, but yeah, I think that. Yeah, damn, that sucks. Losing Davies, I love that kid.
Yeah, and I love Davies too, but I also think that
we could do better. I'm just saying, I love him.
Yeah. His speed is his biggest asset.
Yeah.
You know, he scored today with his weak foot because he cut into the right and took a shot, and I was like, dude, you just do that more often, please. You know. But he's not a great defender, honestly. No. I mean, he's a good defender, you know what I mean?
But his speed.
Right.
And he gets lucky a lot of the time with those touches where he'll make somebody and he gets really lucky.
Yeah, I think a more structured left back probably do well.
So then Stanisic, if Davies leaves, then that's where Stanisic goes.
Yeah, but Stanisic has played on the left before and he wasn't that great. But maybe there's experience at Leverkusen.
Well, he's playing on the right at Leverkusen. He's not.
No, I know, but I'm saying maybe it'll teach him something that he hasn't learned at Bayern, and maybe he'll be better on the left. I don't know. I think, but I don't know who we would pick up for a left back spot.
I don't know, man. I hate seeing the good ones go.
Yeah,
I really do. But anyway, so the game today. All right, so we watched Bayern Munich today, and then we also watched Bayern Leverkusen. But we'll talk about Bayern first. What did you think about the game?
Sloppy.
Yeah, definitely.
But like I mentioned before, you're talking a makeshift lineup. You got Pavlovic starting. You have Rafael Guerreiro starting as a right back. Mm-hmm. You have Eric Dyer, who is in his second game for Bayern. And our front four largely remained unchanged.
Yeah.
So I knew it was gonna be tough.
Yeah.
And I seen all the reports over this past week about the state of the field as well.
Yeah.
The players weren't happy about it. So, and for a tough game, knew it was coming. We typically don't play well Augsburg away, so was happy to get out of there with the 3 points for sure.
Yeah, no, I was happy. Neuer's save, that was great. I think that saving a penalty, but if you looked at it in the game, it showed where that guy normally shoots his penalties. It's all the same area, so if any keeper does their homework.
No, exactly. Someone was joking around and said Neuer just got bored, had to make his own highlight reel, so he just went out and punched the dude in the head.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Well, that was so yes, Neuer has a right to go for the ball. Neuer was looking at the ball, and I don't know why he swung like that, right? Because it should have just been a punch.
Yeah,
but he full on
I feel like that was on purpose.
It's like he was playing volleyball and had to make a save, and he with his one hand. It was but hey, stepped up and stopped it. It's actually hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the second one, the dude buried it though.
Yeah, sent him the wrong way, gave him the eyes, that's crazy.
Neuer's probably this idiot's probably gonna go the same way.
Yeah.
Nah, but he buried it.
No, the game. I'm glad that we won. It wasn't exciting, right? And not every game is going to be exciting, but it seems like we don't know what to do when we get in that final third. You know what I'm saying? We do what we need to do to get it out to the players that we need to get it out wide, get it down the middle, whatever. Outside of Musiala, there was I didn't see any creativity at all.
Yeah, so I mean, the problem is that our buildup is too slow. Mm-hmm. Because it's so slow, that gives the other team the opportunity to get men behind the ball. You need precision, one-touch passing to get through 10 people with 5.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And you got to be making those runs. We don't do that. We take too long.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's one thing when we cycle the ball, right, and it's going from one side to the other. We don't go far enough back to pull the other team out.
Yeah.
Because they know we're going to come right back, so they just stay in their half.
Yeah.
So I agree. It looks like lack of creativity. It's not that the creativity isn't there. It's that the space isn't there, and they have 10 men behind the ball. But
they're not. So we also weren't doing any of the moving, right? So the space wasn't there, right? And so then you're just walking. Pass and move, just move so that you can create the space, recycle. You're not always going to get the ball. You may be a decoy. And I don't see that happening. Adversely, in the Bayer Leverkusen game, there was passing and moving. There was one-touch football. It was quick. It was ready to go. And that's why they had so many, they didn't score. But that's why they had so many chances today, because of the passing and moving. With us today, it just kind of felt like, all right, you gave me the ball. Oh yeah, by the way, I should probably go run to that space. You should already be moving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it just seems like lazy play.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, there's a few things. So I think one is Musiala is not a center attacking mid. He does not link up play well. And what he does is he floats and he goes over to the side a lot, and that leaves a big hole in the middle where that's your key player to get it from one side to the other in the attacking third.
Yeah. Because
he's not there to be that player, we have to go backwards. And then that's what's leading into what I was talking about just before this, was it's slow.
Yeah.
Right? So, on top of that, you have players like Sane, who aren't always as motivated.
He looked motivated today.
I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying, you're right. They have to make those runs, and they're not. There's not a lot of movement up front.
Yeah.
What the defenders do, or what the teams are doing, is they're putting 2 guys on Harry Kane. They know Musiala is going to go out to one of the wings. There's going to be nobody in the middle, so they can afford to do that. Mm-hmm. What you really need is that's where you need your center mid to push forward and to occupy that space and pull a defender off of Kane, and that's really the key piece is the middle. Yeah. Right. And when Kimmich and Goretzka are playing, neither of them do it. Mm-hmm. That's why we lack more creativity when Kimmich plays too. Yeah. Because they're just not creative. No. Like Goretzka's not a creative player.
No. He's very direct.
Right. Pavlovic is not. He's still young. I think he has the potential to be creative, but it's still very like robotic. Like, okay, I got the ball, I need to switch sides. Yeah, sure. You know what I mean? There's no like Thiago-esque type player who's just coming up with some crazy vision passes, and that's really what we're missing, right? Is that creativity. Yeah. Kimmich is creative with like little dink balls and things like that. Yeah. But like his passing, on the ground passing is not creative.
Yeah, it's not.
And he's slow. Yeah. In transition. Like he'll take 2-3 touches before he passes it. When it really needs to be a turn and a pass.
Don't forget his turn that he likes to do.
Right. So I think that's where Bayern can improve, and that's why
you need a Florian Wirtz.
That's exactly. I think that's why Bayern will invest that money in Florian Wirtz. But yeah, I got to say credit to the video assistant referee today
for
they were busy.
Oh yeah, they were super
like 5 reviews, and honestly, they pretty much got all 5 of them right.
Yeah, that Harry Kane one, spot on. Yep. That was good. Imagine if we didn't have that back in the day. Or, if the VAR wasn't there for today.
Oh, we would have been down 2-0 in the first, 15 minutes and lost.
Yeah, man, that was great. The refereeing was good. In both games that I watched today, the refereeing was good. Yeah. I don't know. It's just... I miss the excitement in our team and our build-up play and how fast it was. And it's like, we make another team look like they're in a league below. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have that.
Yeah, we do that when we're faster. Yeah. When we're countering.
Yeah.
It's not a... Bayern has never been good when they have to break down the opposition team.
Yeah, when they park the bus and all that stuff. Yeah, because they don't know what to do. You can't rely on speed because we rely on speed. Yeah. Traditionally.
Well, there's no space for our speed to work in.
Exactly.
And what frustrates me about that, though, is that when teams park the bus, we're not doing what you should be doing, and that's, hey, you got a half yard of space or a yard of space, take a shot. Yeah. Get them to come to you and get out of their little box that they sit in, right? Yeah. And we don't do that. Yeah. Like, we still try to ram it through. Yeah. Like, okay, we're gonna go from one wing to the other. Oh, nope, nothing good. You're probing, and I'm okay with the probing, right? Yeah. But we just probe and probe and probe and probe,
thinking that they're going to make a mistake.
Acting like an alien. You picked up a person. And you're just probing.
Yeah.
I think we need to be quicker with our movements. And,
have to.
But the thing is, then the fans get frustrated, right? Because the one touch won't be great.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't pass. It's like, that's the right idea. It just didn't work out this time.
Do you think that Tuchel should have put in Muller instead of Tell after Coman's injury?
100%. Yeah. Move Musiala to the wing.
I love Tell, but
the thing that frustrates me about Thomas Tuchel is he did not make a sub minus the Tell for Coman sub until the 89th minute.
And that's
the problem.
Come on, dude. We already have a thin squad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We already have a thin squad.
That's why Limer's hurt.
Yeah, because he's played every single freaking minute.
Exactly.
And I understand having your core 11, right? You have your guys that you want to have build
sure. But that's out the window because everybody is hurt.
Everybody's hurt. So why are you waiting until the 80th minute? I mean, yeah, we have a week off. That's great. But
the 89th minute.
The 89th minute. That makes no sense to me.
Me either. I don't understand it. Until
I love him, but he provided absolutely nothing today.
He hit the post. I thought Tell actually had a pretty decent game. He just didn't get the goal. Yeah. And I think he needs that goal to get that confidence back.
Yeah, because there was that one where he was free.
On fire at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying in today's game he was free, and he just had to one touch it to shoot.
Yeah, that's what I said that in the chat. I was like, dude, all you gotta do, one timer.
But I think also
but you lack in the confidence.
Yes, 100%.
And I get that, right? You're 18 years old. You're at one of the biggest clubs in the world. They start putting you in. All of a sudden you're the golden boy, right? You're 5-6 goals back to back to back, and now you're going through the dry spell, right? He needs that goal for his confidence.
Yeah.
And he was close. He hit the post today. And that's always my thing, right? Is that Tell is not quite ready to start, and today shows that. I think he's a great sub. I think he has the right attitude. I have no doubt that he will be successful. But just even today against their right back, he's just getting manhandled.
Oh yeah, he was
manhandled. Couldn't do anything.
It's like MB something.
Yeah, Mbue.
Mbue. Yeah, Mbaba or something.
Yeah, I forgot his name. I don't follow any other team other than Bayern. But I think that's the problem, right? Is Tell is not quite it. That's why we need another winger.
Yeah.
Even if you maintain Musiala, Coman, and Sane, I still think you need another one.
Yeah, I can see that. Because there's definitely going to be injuries.
Could you imagine if Mbappe came to Bayern, though?
Oh, my God. Mbappe to Bayern will never happen, but...
Hey, I'd offer him $25 million a year. I'd be like, hey, man.
That's as much as Kane is getting. $25 million a year, yeah. How much more money do you need? How much more money he's getting? He has the keys to the city in Paris. Yep. He's gotten everything that he wanted. Now you got to at least want to win some damn trophies.
Well, for him, I don't know. I don't know what his he's very conscious about his image and can't use my image without paying me. He's just trying to be lucrative for his post-playing career already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I think he's good though by now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what. Sure. Yeah, but I mean, you gave me $1 million a year, I'd be good.
Oh my God!
Right?
You gave me. Yeah. Did you say $1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me $1
Not
million.
Even, give me $100,000 a year.
Give me $500,000 a year.
On top of what I'm doing, I'll be golden.
Yeah, man.
All right, I'll go cry in my my Bugatti.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kidding. I wouldn't buy a Bugatti. I cry in my big house though.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, other than like I said, the VAR was good today.
Yeah.
Bayern were a little sloppy, but they have all those injuries. For the result that is or for the team that we put out there to score 3 goals, give up 2. Now 1 was a PK, so whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's a win in my book.
Yeah.
And the scoreline doesn't necessarily reflect the passage of play. Augsburg didn't really have any chances. We were just unlucky with a lot of our movements and passing. So I think on any other day that's a 4 or 5 goal game.
Yeah, for sure. Especially how they are this season. They haven't kept us clean sheet all season.
Who?
Augsburg.
Oh, Augsburg, yeah.
But yeah, nah. Once we get our guys back, I think we'll do.
Yeah. I have no doubt in my mind that we will do well when everyone comes back. And that's I'm confident we'll win the league, and I'm confident we'll do well in the Champions League. It's just everyone has to be healthy. And we got to play the right players at the right time.
I don't know about us winning the league. I want it to happen. I hope it happens. I think that it can happen, but as far as confident that we will win it,
well, I'll tell you what'll be the determining factor on that.
When we play them,
when we play Leverkusen in 2 weeks.
Yeah. When is the Asian Cup over?
So, in what terms? You trying to get Kim back?
Yeah.
So they play Saudi Arabia in the round of 16. Sometime this week.
Okay, so they're in the round of 16 right now.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be back for that.
I mean, if Saudi Arabia beats South Korea, he'll be back.
Yeah, true.
Right, so...
Go Saudi Arabia!
But yeah, and once he comes back, and then it's him and De Ligt, I think that's a more solid defensive group.
Yeah.
Coman's out for the season. Hopefully Thomas Tuchel plays Musiala on the wing and Muller in the middle.
It's not happening.
Who else is he going to put on the wing?
He's going to put Muller on the wing.
Muller on the right wing also isn't terrible because he can hit early crosses.
Yeah.
Right, and he's very good at it.
Yeah.
The majority of his assists to Lewandowski were early crosses.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. It's just Thomas Tuchel does not have the legs to run on the wing for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And I think he just gets tired. Like, he's 30, 35?
Yeah, something
36?
like that. He's old.
Yeah, so...
Wait, I'm...
Careful now.
He's old in soccer.
We're getting old. My knees hurt too, man. So I think Thomas Muller has a lot to give for Bayern, but he needs to play in that role where he's linking up play as opposed to dictating the flow of the game, and I think that's what our wingers do. Right? Is they dictate the flow of the game.
I think though what Tuchel sees is that like Muller's touch in close proximity to other players, like opposing players, is not great, dude. His first touch isn't always the best when he's playing in a cramped space as a center attacking mid, and so he probably sees Musiala's touch as a little bit more feathery, right? A little bit.
Musiala's touch is.
I mean, the dude's and like there was. Did you see that? Did you see that play when it was like three of them on him? All he did was move his body. He didn't even touch the ball. Yep. He just waited for a space to open, and then he kicked it over there. I was like, dude, this kid sees things in slow motion.
That's what I mean, and I agree with that, right? But Musiala's passing's not good.
Yeah,
his decision making's not good.
Yeah,
it's good, but it's not. It's not where it needs to be.
For that position.
Right. So, I mean, you're talking about... you can not like Thomas Tuchel's or Thomas Muller's touch, that's fine, right? But you can't be saying, well, I put Musiala on there because while his touch is great, his passing sucks, and that's the worst part.
Yeah.
He is good on the wing. He can do the fleet-footedness on the wing and make space on that side.
Yeah.
But in terms of overall link-up amongst the attacking group, Thomas Muller's better.
Yeah. But I don't know. Neither of them are the best in that position.
Right.
And I think at this stage in Thomas Muller's life, he would be a center forward, in my opinion.
No.
Nah, I think so, because he's not... Dude, he's got to...
Can't have the ball. Can't it? What's he going to be, a target man? His first touch sucks.
You want to be a center mid?
I want him to be a center attacking mid.
Dude, come on, man. Different. It's not... I don't know. We're seeing the last days. I'll say that. We're seeing the last days.
Absolutely. And that's why I think that rebuild's going to happen. Because I think, most realistic Bayern fans know that. That once Thomas Muller retires, you need that young... And who else but a young... creative German player. Yeah, that's why I think Bayern will go for it in the summer.
Speaking of German player, do you think that we need more German players in the Bayern Munich team?
No.
No? Why is that? Because you remember traditionally it was mostly...
Because it's not the early 2000s anymore. Hey, you know what I mean? It's
My
not
brain
like
is a time capsule.
The language barriers are not as prevalent as they were. I just think there's a lot going on in the world where you don't necessarily need to speak German.
Well, I don't think it has anything to do... I'm saying, because that's...
You're talking the identity of the team?
Not the identity of the team, because I kind of lost that. Not lost that. I kind of, stopped caring about that when Pep got there. But just because he just changed, the whole setup. But I'm saying, the preparation for the national team. You know what I'm saying? It's so
the German national team isn't bad because the German have not played together. They're bad because they don't have a striker.
Yeah, but I mean, we have seen in history other teams that have played very well without a striker, false nines, and all that stuff.
What team has been successful with the false nine in the last 10 years?
Last 10 years? Well, now that you gave me the realization that Pep at Bayern was 10 years ago, I have a different timeline. The guy, I did not... In my head, that was like 3-4 years ago.
The false nine does not work anymore.
Yeah.
just doesn't.
Yeah, it only worked realistically for one team and one player ever. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
And everybody else tried to emulate it, but yeah, you need a big man, and we don't have a big man. I get it, and that's I don't know. I guess it was like when that season when Robert Lewandowski left. And we had a bunch of wingers.
Yeah, it didn't work out great.
Yeah, but I mean, like
lowest point total.
We just don't have. We don't have players. Germany does not have any players like that.
I mean, Germany just did.
Consistent.
Germany just won the U17s. I mean, there's young German players, right? But
you're not taking them to the World Cup or the Euros. I meant.
No.
Yeah.
But you need to develop those players. I think Germany's issue is that they are leaving Germany.
What do you mean?
They're going to EPL teams, they're going to Spanish teams, and they're not. They're getting worse. Like Timo Werner is a great example. Left Leipzig off a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
Goes to Chelsea, terrible.
Yeah.
And it's not that Timo Werner's a bad player. It's that they don't utilize wingers the way that he is utilized.
Yeah.
Right. Had he come to Bayern instead? Could have been we could have had a Werner, Sané, Kane partnership, and Timo Werner been used to playing with half the German team.
Because even though he's a forward,
he's a winger.
He's a winger through and through.
Right. So
you remember when on FIFA he had like the highest speed?
Well, I'm sure he did.
In the game, yeah.
Which one?
Oh man, I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm sure he did, and that's what I'm getting at. Right? Is that Germany's not doing well. Because they are in that transition period from legacy, like the old generation coming into the new generation, and it hasn't been seamless.
Yeah.
Like you're playing players that don't deserve to play.
Yeah.
Like Emre Can.
I was thinking Emre Can. Emre Can is
yeah, he's slow, just not quick, and like Gundogan is the same way to me.
Yeah.
Him and Kimmich partnership, it's just too slow.
Horrible.
It's too slow, and that's the problem, right? It's the same thing on Bayern. The center mids dictate to play on Germany. The center mids are so slow with the ball that it allows the other team to get defenders behind the ball, and then it's the same thing where you're trying to navigate your way through 10 players, and then you don't have a Harry Kane who can finish.
Yeah.
On top of that, right? Yeah. So I think that's the problem with Germany.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna do too hot in the Euros.
No, I don't either.
I think, and it's a shame because it's at home. What do you think about Toni Kroos talking about he wants to come out of retirement from the national team to play at the Euros so his son can see him play?
I don't care who plays on the national team as long as you earn your place.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Do you think he would earn his place given our current midfield?
Can't be worse.
I mean, he is a 6.
Yeah.
He's a 6 through and through.
Yeah.
And so...
Put Kimmich at right back.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I don't know.
That solves our right back problem. Just put Kimmich over there.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Until he keeps pinching in and gets caught out.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, Guerrero had a horrid time today.
Yeah, he was not doing great.
No, he toasted. He toasted every ball over the top. He was like,
he was fighting for his life.
Like, I gotta run. Like Thomas Tuchel's like telling him like, hey, play defense. He came on the field thinking he was playing left back.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the second half.
Yeah.
But I think Bowie
yeah
will solve a lot of that. I think we'll see more stability.
Have you watched him at all?
I watched obviously most of the Champions League games I watched.
Right.
And I've seen him play like one or two other times.
Mm-hmm.
But even in the games that he played against Bayern, he was solid.
Yeah.
I thought he was solid.
Yeah,
Galatasaray is a hard team to break down.
Oh yeah, especially with their
defense,
with their fans.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be able to concentrate. How they're whistling or screaming or whatever it is the whole game. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But anyway, what do you think about our next game?
It's Mönchengladbach at home. They've always been our bogey team.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that Thomas Tuchel is the first coach in quite a while to get a win over him. So
yeah, yeah, but they're gonna turn it up on us just like they turned it up on Bayer Leverkusen. You saw them celebrating after the game.
No, they didn't really turn anything up against Leverkusen because they didn't really provide anything going forward.
Yeah, but they upped their level defensively.
Okay, that's great.
They've been horrible defensively this season.
But can you do it 2 games in a row?
After we have a whole week of rest, yeah.
I mean, and now Thomas Tuchel has got to figure out how to play against them because they play a lot. They played defensively today better than they ever have. So
yeah,
at least this year, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, what's your prediction?
2-0.
I was gonna say 2-1. I think they're gonna catch us on the counter.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna catch us on the counter.
Harry Kane with the brace.
Harry Kane with the brace? Okay. I really, really hope he gets back to scoring braces and trebles. Hat tricks, I meant. But I think, I really want him to beat Lewandowski's record in his first season. That would be amazing.
I want him to win 1 trophy.
Oh, I was thinking about the other day. I was like, all right, we got Eric Dyer and we got Harry Kane. What if they bring that Tottenham curse over to Bayern Munich and we don't win any more trophies?
True. Very possible.
Harry Kane curse or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Very possible. But at the same time, if they do win a trophy, they will have won more trophies in 1 year than Tottenham has won in the last 20.
Yeah.
So.
But then people will be like, well, it's the Bundesliga, it's the Farmer League.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not saying 3-1. I'm going to say 2-1. I think they're going to catch us in the counter.
Yeah. It makes sense. De Ligt and Dyer center back pairing, so maybe. Probably. More than likely, probably. Yeah. But they don't have a lot of speed.
Who? Mönchengladbach? Yeah.
I'll tell you who played good today is Florian Neuhaus.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always liked Neuhaus. I've always wanted him to come to Bayern.
You think he's more attainable than Wirtz?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But I think it's past that when Bayern would want to get him.
Age-wise?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not that he's old. It's that, I don't know. I wouldn't mind him. Yeah. I think he's a good player. I
think, I want an end to the stagnation on our team. That's what I want.
Yeah, you got to have a healthy team back first.
Otherwise,
like ad hoc, you're just like doing whatever you can for that week just to field the team, as opposed to like, here's our starting 11. Yeah. This is the known starting 11. Hey, I can balance these teams out.
But even when we had all of our players, the majority of our players at the beginning of the season, it still wasn't anything impressive. It wasn't anything exciting. Like, nothing that was getting me out of my seat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean...
Other than, obviously, Kane, right?
I think it's because we've just been so accustomed to Bayern winning over the last decade that it's like... You don't get joy in them winning.
Yeah, that's true. You expect it.
Yeah, you expect it, and then you're like, should have been more.
Yeah.
As opposed to realizing, like I said towards the beginning of this episode, Bayern's on pace for literally one of their best Bundesliga seasons ever.
It just doesn't feel right, man.
Points-wise, goals-wise, you know what I mean? It's
I just feel...
But because it should have been 5-0 instead of 3-2, you're like, Thomas Tuchel out.
I will say this. I don't like that he spends a lot of time in the dugout. I want him on the touchline. You've coached, right? You can't sit still.
Oh no, I get in trouble because I yell at kids and swear at them and swear at the ref in front of the kids. So
I don't think you should swear at your own team.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I'm a motivate you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we were in like the semifinals that my team was playing. Awfully wimpy. I told them they were playing like a bunch of girls.
Oh no!
And it's a small Christian school, so
man,
for them to be compared to a girl was like, oh my god, what did the coach just say? But they came out and played like some men out there, and we ended up winning, right?
Well, next time I coach, I want to coach like a women's team because they're a lot easier to. They play the fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? Like they with the men, you got to worry about like people trying to show off, and it's all about individual. I want that team dynamic. You know?
Yeah, but you like coaching women, like, you have to find the right team.
Oh yeah, for
right?
sure.
Otherwise,
for sure.
they'll be like, "Are you mad at me?"
No. I'm saying like
it's got to be like a above amateur level.
Yeah, some ballers.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm talking about a high school team. You know what I mean? So,
but
you say the word titties and they all giggle.
Oh my god! All right, well, I think what's wrong? Yeah, man. I Thomas Tuchel, him sitting in the dugout, I don't like. And because it kind of looks like he's just like pouting, or like he's always shaking his head, or like doing all that stuff.
I honestly think if Thomas Tuchel was on the touchline, he would get carded every game.
Yeah, get a hold of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're an adult. You got this, man. This isn't your first club.
He's gonna be out there like the coach at Union Berlin and just start grabbing people's faces. Yeah. The fact, oh my god, that was so dumb. Like, it's clear in the video that he was provocating Sane. Yeah.
And so and his assistant or whatever was like, Sane threw the ball. I'm like, shut up. Yeah. You sound so dumb.
We literally watched it happen.
Yeah, like you were trying to slow the play down.
Yeah.
And you got messed up or whatever. But anyway. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for listening. Again, we're sorry for the long break, but we're going to do better, all right?
Yeah, we do appreciate you guys tuning in and listening and asking where the heck we've been over the last couple weeks,
thank you to the fans for asking where we've been. That meant a lot, and we really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we promise we're not dipping out on doing this podcast, so just definitely a busy time with the holidays and some, like Nino said at the beginning, some personal and professional things coming up. So, but we are back. Expect more episodes in the future, and thanks for listening.
Peace.